Hello YouTube, it's Wednesday and do you know what you're doing?
You're watching the most awesome collab channel on YouTube.
Okay, so this week we are discussing our most embarrassing moments slash phases slash etc. I made a list. My first embarrassing moment that I'm going to discuss, because I have three, is when I was at a concert one time and I was actually performing at the concert. My family used to sing as a gospel trio, and so we were actually asked to be on this television show for gospel music, and we did like an interview, and then I actually got to sing a solo and they recorded it and they put it on the TV show and all this. So my most embarrassing moment comes from when I was coming off the stage after I had sang my solo and I trip on the mic cord and I literally tumble headfirst and I flipped and kicked the speaker stand. So then the speaker is like quivering back and forth, almost getting ready to fall. I'm now leaning up against the speaker stand where I kicked it and it's like moved, and now I'm like, my back is up against it and I'm laying on the floor. And everybody just kind of laughed. Yeah, so my most embarrassing moment kind of looks something like this. My second most embarrassing moment would be in school. I was the only person in my school that sang, really. So anytime they had a basketball game, football game, sporting events, award ceremony, that they needed the national anthem performed, they either asked me to sing it or they asked one of the trumpeters from the marching band to play. And so I was singing for the NCAA awards ceremony. So it's a school of, 900 plus students, plus the school board was there, the director of school, superintendent, the principal of the school, vice principal, all these people, the newspapers were there. And so I stand up to sing the national anthem, and I wasn't really concentrating on the words because I was watching everybody in the audience. I'm just singing my little heart out, and I totally zoned out. And so at one point in the song, I came back to reality and I realized that I didn't remember the words. So I then attempt to make up like 2 words and fail miserably at making up the words because I was nervous and because I was freaking out. And then from failing at that, I then mess up the tune and go off key. And so without even missing a beat, I just start over. Like I start over the entire national anthem. So I got through it the second time and finished it, and my knees were shaking. And when I tell you that I was so embarrassed that I wanted to crawl under the podium. And so after I got through singing, I turned around and I walked back to because I was in the middle of the gymnasium, and I just turned around and walked out. And both my parents are teachers, so they were both there. So my mom followed me out, and I was like, I want to go home. I don't want to be here. And she was like, okay. So she let me leave, and I just left and went home and cried. So my performance of the national anthem sounded something like this.
Was so held the twilight at the last gleaming broad track.
My third most embarrassing moment, I was at a conference during the summer in middle school, and my roommate walked in on me while I was, choking the chicken, milking the cow, jacking the hammer. This was his reaction.
Hey!
Exactly. Also, please go subscribe to Hannah Shea, because she's totally awesome and she's one of the best bloggers that I've ever seen on YouTube. So please go check her out.
Pink pajamas, penguins on a bottle.